Just as a follow-up on my dab video, the Sony, there it is there, the one that only had half a dab. I've picked up a very cheap second option, which has, as you can see, if this will focus, dab and dab plus. So what's this one? This is a Sony, I can't remember what it is. It does tell me on the bottom. There we go. CMT X7 CDB. Got it for a good price actually, which was cool. Didn't expect to get it as cheap as I did, so that was good. It's got Bluetooth and it's got Wi-Fi actually in the back. As you can see, there's an antenna here, quite groovy. You've got your audio in, which is quite nice. You can put a USB stick in there as well, and you could even connect it to your network via LAN or Wi-Fi. So all singing, all dancing, quite nice. And yeah, just to confirm, really, let's get the sound down in case we get anything copyright. There we go. We've picked up the channel again. So there we go. As you can see there, we've got the capital dance working perfectly.
We go twice a week.
Managed to get to an advert or some talking, so yeah, just to prove that it works. So pretty cool. There we go. It's got it's kind of a natty screen, tells you what's going on, but obviously the camera doesn't like to focus on that being reflective. So there we go. You can see we've got capital dance running on there, which this unit wouldn't pick up. So obviously this one can decode the plus codec, which is great. So yeah, so that's good. Comes with a remote, quite natty. And it just picks up the channel fine. As you can see, you've got signal 33 there. I think it goes up to like, I don't know, 100 or something, but this is currently in the conservatory, so the aerial is not the best orientation at the moment. This one here. It's not a factory aerial. The aerial didn't come with it, probably hence the price. But I'll rig up something, I'm sure, which will do the job. But yeah, it's pretty cool. So I've kind of got what I needed. Unfortunately, I had to buy 2 units to get there, so I'll try and flog that one, I guess. Get rid of it somehow and go for this one. This is kind of cool. It's got, as you can see, it's quite thin, but it does produce a really good sound. It's got a couple of speakers here and what they call passive radiators. So here's a screenshot of what it looks like inside. So the 2 speakers at the top are active, and the passive ones at the bottom will actually move and produce the deeper sounds using the air from the top speakers. So there's like an enclosure in there, so it's quite nice. It's quite a cool little system, really. They were probably quite expensive when they were new. They've been out several years now, so prices have dropped on these. But yeah, it's really good. It'll suffice for you know, the shed or whatever, just to give you some channels on the digital network. So here are the features. We've got FM radio, audio in, network, CD, of course, so there's the CD slot at the top there, USB, and Bluetooth, and back to DAB. So yeah, it's got everything you kind of need really for a speaker, and it can be used just to take around with you if you wanted to, you know, have a small party or whatever. It's quite easy just to put somewhere. Quite heavy though. It's quite a lot of structure to it, probably to, you know, make it sound as good as it does. Typical Sony though, nicely well made. So yeah, it looks good as well. Quite a nice piece, so quite happy with that. You can also download the Sony audio app as well for this thing, but I've not been able to get that to work properly. The Sony My Audio app should give you access to some of the other features like a graphic equalizer, and you know, you can just tweak some other settings, but I've not been able to get that work. I've tried different phones, I've tried Android and I've tried iPhones, but it doesn't work. So maybe we'll look to get a firmware update on this device and see if that will help, because there is a firmware update out there, so maybe that will fix it. Typical, when you want adverts to prove that it works, you can never find them, but yeah, it with that DAB Plus, as you can see there, that has resolved the issue. So thankfully I can now have those obscure channels on this lovely DAB Plus network. Anyway, cheers for watching.